Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Dragonheir SilentGods video. In today's video, I want to talk about the shops that we have in game, and that's the two of them, the exchange shop and then the actual store itself. There's quite a few things in here that they might seem like good value, but they might not actually be good value. So I want to just give you like a quick, breakdown of what you should be spending all the resources that you get from these shops on. So let's jump into it, and let's start with the exchange shop, okay? So first things first, the first one that we have is actually the artifact shop. I'm not gonna go too much into this one, but because I'm gonna make a separate video, okay? I will want to make a video on the artifacts, like just talking about all the rare ones, then about the epics, then legendaries, then exclusive. So this one's pretty straightforward. Every time you get a dupe, especially like for epics, you can get yourself enough imprint stones to get one of the epic artifacts. For the rare ones, I think you get the same thing if you get a dupe rare, or you get a few like less points when it comes to like dupe commons. And well, you're basically gonna buy all of this out, and you will not regret it, because all of these artifacts will stay in your inventory, and once the season ends, these all will carry over to the next season. So everything that you buy in here will make sense, but like I said, I'm gonna make a different video explaining more and talking about which ones I believe you should specifically focus, and I will talk about, you know, which champions are good to use these ones on. So we're not gonna go into that one. Now let's talk about the arena shop. This one's a little bit of a tricky and interesting one, because there is something in this shop that can be extremely important and has really high value, and that is the lucky playing cards, okay? So the lucky playing cards, what they do, they give you attack and attack percent, and in each battle it guarantees to crit for the first 1 or 2 ultimates by the wearer. This one's especially gonna be good for arena. Like if you have somebody that has a full board damage, such as Vitar, or like what's his name? How can I think of his name? Oh yeah, Voresh. Voresh has like a full board hit. So if you put this on somebody like him, well, you're kind of guaranteed to do that crit. So you can just ignore all the crit rate and give him as much damage as possible for arena. However, I have not gotten there yet to make sure that the price is the same. But this one used to be 50,000 of these tokens, okay? So if we split the 50,000 tokens by an average of like 20 per fight, that means you need 2,500 fights. I know that sounds like a lot, so let's say we split this by the 90 days, which is the whole duration of the season. That's around 27 fights. So normally you can do like 20 to 30 fights a day, so you would kind of have to win all of those arena ones. However, if we just quickly go and jump over to arena, there's some other ways to earn points, because you know what, it can be tricky. You might be like, well, Odd One, this seems impossible. How are you gonna get it? Well, if you go into the arena itself, and you know what, let's actually do a fight, so I see exactly how many points I can get myself by winning this one. I think I'm in like silver, like not the first tier but the second one. So we're gonna see how many points I get over here, and after that we're gonna check the rankings, because every time the day and the week ends, you know, there's a weekly reset. Depending on your ranking, you can get yourself a certain amount of points, and that can help you decide and see, okay, will I be able to get it, you know, to buy those lucky playing cards or not. The reason why I'm emphasizing so much on them is not only the fact that they're so good, but that's the only legendary artifact that you can get without actually getting dupe legendaries. It kind of seems like I'm gonna be losing this fight because I'm not focusing arena that much. Well, I guess this one is a loss. Well, I guess we're gonna see how much we get afterwards, but let's check in the rankings. So, you know, congrats to him. I'm not a big arena person, I'm gonna tell you that. So if we go over here into the rankings, okay, it shows you over here, down here, ranking rewards. So this one only gives you, it seems like it gives you the affinity solvent and war model. So why did I think that it also gives you the settlement? Well, that's interesting. That makes it a little bit more complicated. Okay, here it is. Never mind, my bad. So here it is. So if you finish in one of these ones, you see you get 1,100, 1,500. So the higher you finish, the more rewards you get. the more of these ones. So if you manage to finish pretty high, you're gonna be giving yourself quite a few of the gladiator seals, and it should make it easier for you to get those ones. So I think I stayed enough on this subject, so let's jump over back to the shop again. But if you think that you're not going to be able to do enough fights, or you don't care that much about arena and you're going to be skipping it, well then ignore this one, and I suggest the best things you can buy is the discounted essence of creation, and then just all the starlight dye. Do not buy the gold, that's just a trap, it's not really worth it. Now let's jump over to the next one. So we have the Bard's Banquet, okay? This ones, you can get the page of legendary poems from doing the 2 weekly dungeons, which we only have one unlocked right now, and that is the green dragon over here, once more upon Tales of Forest. So if you travel over there to check, it depends on what level you beat, you get a certain amount of these scrolls, okay? Basically these scrolls, then you're gonna go over to that shop and you're gonna buy yourself the whatever you want. So again, same principle, gold is not worth it. Do not buy honestly anything from any of these shops where they give you gold. Just do not buy it, because gold is easily earned by doing other stuff, by doing dungeons. You're going to be farming a lot of dungeons and you're going to be getting yourself tons of gold. So from this one, you're going to be buying scrolls. It's obviously going to depend on your account. What do you need? Do you need the rare scrolls? Do you need epic scrolls? Or do you need the legendary scrolls? I suggest you kind of prioritize these two first, okay? Prioritize the epic and the legendary scrolls, because the epic and rare scrolls, because the legendary scrolls you can actually purchase from the other shop, from the actual store over here, which we're gonna come back to in a bit. But yeah, definitely priority should be the epic and the rare. If you manage to buy all of them and you still have stuff left over, well, again, go and buy the Starlight Stone dice, because they give you a chance to get an epic or more essence of creation if you get dupes. Now if you go over to the Alliance shop, well, over here I suggest that the best things, again, ignore the gold, ignore the iron ore, and just go for the essence of creations. Honestly, just essence of creation and starlight dye. By the time your alliance unlocks the ore packs, they're not going to be as valuable, because by the time you reach this level with the alliance, you're going to be able to farm, or you should be able to farm the gear of that level. So the ore packs are just not going to be worth investing. However, the essence of creation, again, this is really important for upgrading your artifacts. They're going to be top priority. Get essence of creation, and then after that get the Starlight Stone dice, okay? Now the amethyst shop, this, well, we don't know much about it. This is going to be something that's going to be a special event mid-season where we can grab some of these rewards and we can get the unique legendary in Uteor. So yeah, this one I cannot say too much, but I'm quite sure, again, you're not going to get the gold unless you have leftover amethyst, right? Shadow amethyst. And then when it comes to the season shop, well, this is something that only happens at the end of the season. So for example, I still have this because I played in the closed beta, okay? So because I played in the closed beta, I could buy all of these rewards that you saw, and you know, that's why my account is so advanced. So this one's not something as relevant, so I'm not even gonna go too much over it. Now let's go to the actual store and let's go over the paid features. So if you're somebody that actually spends in games, well, this is the perfect game for a low spender when it comes to the value packs, okay? So the War Marrow pack that gives you, you know, 100 War Marrow every day, plus instant 700, which this one basically converts into War Marrow for $10. This is a pretty good value. I 100% recommend it if you want to buy it. The next thing, the daily supply, this is so good. The reason for that is you get 30 auto battles, okay? This game is a little bit stingy when it comes to the auto battles. You barely get them. So for $5, getting the 30 auto battles a day plus 30 stamina, we all know how scarce the stamina is, plus instant 300 War Marrow, and the fact that you also get 20% more gold in all battles, definitely makes it a worthwhile one. Now when it comes to the Dragon Crystal, well, this one's a bit of a tricky one. This is for high spenders, but obviously the higher pack is gonna be the best one. However, keep this in mind, guys. I'm not sure if it's for all of them, but there is, if you click on the info, it should say over here that each first purchase of stalls of Dragon Crystal grants double Dragon Crystal. One-time offer for each season, which resets in next season. The unused double benefit chance won't stack as new season progress. So what this means is, if you buy this one, you're gonna get double at the first purchase. Afterwards, you're only gonna get 7,000 for the same amount. So if you do decide to go on a splurge, buy every single one of them, because all of them should give you double. Obviously, I would say start with the top one. If you're gonna spend, start with the top one, just in case I read it wrong or it's not like I presume, which means, you know, every single one is double. Start with the top one, because, you know, 14,000, that's gonna be 14,000 War Marrow. That's, you know, can be healer like that, basically. You can do summons, and this is kind of the only way that you can buy summons as far as I'm aware in the game, unless I'm missing something. Now, when it comes to treasure market, well, I guess here it is. There's some more ones that you can buy, which I think these one refresh, yeah. So these one refresh daily. This was not in the closed beta, that's why I didn't know. So you can buy some of these. I mean, this is mostly for people that are high spenders, okay? If you want to spend, then you're gonna know yourself. Do you want to buy it or not? They seem pretty good value, honestly. For what I'm used to and what I've seen in the game, they seem like pretty good value. So if you compare it, for example, to Raid, this is like the equivalent of a Sacred Shard, almost. So 16 for 100, that's like almost 20 for 100, which means $5 per each. Plus you get some more Master Scrolls. They're definitely good value. And then we have the daily supply store. This one's basically the shop where you convert your War Marrow into resources. So first thing, once every month you can buy 10 Master Scrolls. I obviously bought all of them because I'm going to do a lot of testing. So I need all of those Master Scrolls to be able to scroll my people, my legendaries. So I see what I buy. And this one connects with the scroll shop that I showed you earlier when it comes to the once more upon Tales. Well, you can buy one legendary one there from 3,000, but you have the option to buy 10 Master Scrolls a month from here. So that's why I say push the legendary ones towards the end. Healer I die again, it's straight up 350. Obviously the alliance stuff you don't really care. Even the arena resets, they're actually pretty good. So if you're somebody that cares to get as many arena tokens as possible to be able to get those lucky playing cards, I suggest you maybe try and do some of these because they're pretty good value. And again, the gold, do not buy the gold. The gold is just a trap. Don't convert any resource in the game into gold because it's not worth it. Then when it comes to stamina, you can only buy 4 refills, which are not full refills, it's just 60 a day. The first one costs 50 War Marrow, second one is 100 as you can see, the third one is 100 again, and then the fourth one is 200. So it ramp ups a lot, it's really expensive. And unless you're somebody that's an extremely high spender, I suggest don't buy this much, just buy the first one for 50 and then stop. And then the last thing that's kind of like part of the shop that you can buy is over here, the battle pass, and this one is 100% worth it. If I remember correctly, this was what, 10, 15, 20, even if it's 20, I don't remember exactly how much it was, but the battle pass is 100% worth it. You get so many, like it shows you over here, you get 7 healer I die, 1 master scroll, you get the avatar, 1,000 war marrow, 14 of the full refills, that's massive, 6 here, starlight, stone die, scholar scrolls, more, look at this, 8,100 essence of creation, lots of XP boots, 52 large XP potions. So it's definitely the best value for a paid thing in this game. So you 100% want to buy this if you're somebody that's a spender. So yeah, I guess this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope this gives you an idea of what to focus on when it comes to the exchange shop and the actual store, what you should spend your money on. But yeah, honestly, this game, for what I said, it's a pretty free-to-play friendly game in a sense of you can play and you can beat all the content with just using rares and epics. There are plenty of good rares and epics. I'm always going to try and have content on that, showing rares and epics that help you beat this game. So keep an eye out for on my channel for that. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, definitely keep an eye out because I think tomorrow or the next day I'm gonna start reviewing all the artifacts myself, because I had the collab with Scratch where we talked about all the rare and epic ones, but I want to do one for myself where I talk about all the rare ones and maybe give examples of heroes such as, like, you know, DPS, tanks, or specific heroes on which you can use the actual artifacts. And then if anybody wants me to go over the legendary ones as well, which are kind of hard to get because you need dupe legendaries in order to get these ones, but if you want me to talk about these ones as well, then just leave it in the comments below and I will keep in mind that I should do a legendary artifact review as well, and I'm gonna do it. But yeah, this is gonna be it for a video today, guys. As I mentioned earlier, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.